All right, let's just dive right into this. If you've ever had to deal with anxiety, you know it can feel like this huge, mysterious, unbeatable monster. But what if I told you it's not a mystery at all? In fact, it's a problem we can understand. And because we can understand it, we can actually learn how to fix it.
And that's really the core promise here. We're going to become little mini experts in the biology and the behavior behind anxiety. Because once you understand exactly how the system works, what makes it tick, you get the power to fix it.
So let's start with the biology. What is actually happening inside your brain when anxiety strikes? Well, it all starts with this tiny but super powerful component that's basically acting like a glitchy piece of software.
I want you to meet the amygdala. It's only about the size of an almond, and you can think of it as your brain's personal bodyguard or its fear center. Its one job? Threat detection. That's it. Everything you see, hear, think, and feel has to pass through this little filter all day, every day.
Now, what's so interesting about the amygdala is how simple it is. I mean, it's a really old part of the brain, and it only has 2 folders to sort information into. That's fine, no big deal, or that's going to kill us. And that is it. There is absolutely no in-between, no gray area. It's either a total non-issue or it's a life-or-death emergency.
And this, right here, is the crucial point. Anxiety is simply a glitch in that sorting system. It's your amygdala taking something that's actually safe, like giving a presentation, seeing a spider, or even just burning a piece of toast, and it mistakenly files it under, "That's going to kill us."
Okay, so the amygdala has glitched out. It's screaming danger when there is no danger. So what happens next? Well, that false alarm signal triggers this massive, full-body response.
And you've heard of this, right? The famous fight or flight response. This is your body's built-in self-defense system. It's designed to give you temporary superpowers, to make you stronger, faster, and more resilient, so you can survive a real threat, like fighting off a bear or running from a tiger.
And this breaks down the chain reaction perfectly. First, the amygdala flags a threat. Second, your body needs fuel for its superpowers, so your breathing shifts to suck in more oxygen. Think of it like rocket fuel. Third, your heart rate just skyrockets to deliver that fuel to your muscles. And finally, your body does triage, sending all that oxygen-rich blood to your arms and legs so you're totally ready to punch or run.
This is exactly why anxiety feels so intensely physical. Each one of those biological changes creates a specific symptom you can feel. That shift in breathing, that's what causes chest tightness. The increased heart rate, a pounding heart. That supercharged blood hitting your brain, that's what causes the dizziness and that weird feeling of unreality. The blood moving away from your fingers and toes, numbness and tingling. See? It's not random at all. It's a predictable biological process.
I absolutely love this analogy because it's just perfect. The system isn't broken. Your body is doing exactly what it's supposed to do when it detects a threat. The problem is the trigger. The smoke detector is working perfectly. It's just reacting to burnt toast instead of a house fire.
Just take a moment and look at this number. 0. Let that really sink in for a second. Because that's the number of times a panic attack itself has ever actually been dangerous. Now, it feels like you're dying. Of course it does. Your body's survival system is screaming at the top of its lungs. But it's just your body being too good at its job. It's an overprotective system, and it cannot harm you.
So if anxiety can't hurt us, why does it stick around? Why does it feel like it gets stronger and stronger over time? Well, this is where we have to shift from biology to behavior and uncover this simple, logical trap that pretty much all of us fall into.
So let's use a simple dog phobia as an example. You're sitting in a waiting room and someone walks in with a dog. Your amygdala has that glitch, remember? It's put dogs in the "it's gonna kill us" folder. Instantly, it just starts screaming at you.
So what do? The most logical thing in the world. You get out of there. You escape. And the moment you're outside, away from the dog, you feel this massive wave of relief. You feel safe. You survived.
But here's the trap. Your brain just learned a very powerful but completely incorrect lesson. It thinks, wow, I was about to die, but then I ran away and now I feel better. That proves it. Running saved my life, and that dog must have been incredibly dangerous.
And this creates a vicious cycle. We feel the false alarm, we avoid the situation, we get that sweet hit of relief, and our brain learns that avoidance is the key to safety. Every single time we do this, we are unintentionally reinforcing the glitch, teaching our amygdala that its false alarm was actually correct. We're literally feeding the fear.
Okay, so that's the problem. We've got a biological glitch that gets reinforced by a behavioral trap.
But the good news is, now that we understand the system, we know exactly how to break the cycle and start to rewire the brain. So this really brings us to the big question, right? If escaping and avoiding are what make the anxiety stronger, what is the only other option we have?
It's so simple, but it is not easy. The answer is to stay, to not run, to not escape, to face the false alarm head-on.
And this slide shows us exactly how that new lesson is built. When you stay with the dog, yes, your fear is going to spike, your amygdala is going to throw a fit. But as you ride out that wave of discomfort, you are proving to your body that the feeling itself isn't dangerous. And crucially, your amygdala is watching. It's screaming, it's going to kill us, but it's not killing you. And slowly, moment by moment, it starts to learn. Nothing bad is happening. Maybe this belongs in the fine category after all.
And this, right here, is the fundamental path out of the anxiety trap. It's about actively teaching your brain a new, more accurate lesson.
You see, the most important thing to get is this. You can't think your way out of anxiety. The amygdala doesn't understand logic or reason. You can't just tell it, that dog is friendly. It only learns from experience. It only learns from what you show it. By escaping, you show it that the dog was dangerous. By staying, you show it that the dog is safe.
Facing that discomfort is tough. There's absolutely no sugarcoating it. But this understanding transforms the experience. It's no longer just suffering for no reason. Every moment you choose to stay, you are actively rewiring your brain. That discomfort becomes productive. It's not senseless suffering anymore. It's pain with a purpose. And that is how you take back control.